Okay, so I'm reviewing G League because my strategy of reviewing NBA was not viable because I was just getting too annoyed because the NBA is supposed to be the best of the best, and I was just always observing very mediocre players. And I know for a fact that there's some world class players in the G League, so let's review some G League play. Okay, so I prefer a guy going middle because right now a good defense can collapse in on this guy and take the ball from him, but they're going to the weak side, and I don't know what this guy is doing here. You're supposed to protect the basket, not like the middle of the court. So this little pass, that's nicely placed. Pretty weak and unalert defense here. Pretty good take there. Maybe it was a travel, I don't know, or a double dribble. Oh, that's a nice set play. Yep, see, that's what you're supposed to be doing, being alert on the weak side, but he's clearly can't dribble with his left hand. Oh, is that Bouknight? He'd be one of the best players in the NBA right now. And what is he down in Mexico? These jams haven't got a bloody clue. Nor the coaches, none of them. They've got no idea. I think Bouknight got booted from the Hornets because he already argued against the coach. Yeah, the coach doesn't know shit. Wow, that is a deep three. Travel. They need to install a 4-point line, I reckon. Maybe reduce the size of the 3-point line to just above the key here, and then have a 4-point line roughly from behind where number 7 is. I think that would mean that there isn't such a glaring advantage for tall guys, tall but unskilled players. It would mean like there'd be a real rush of players from like the Philippines and stuff, 5'5" guys who are just ultra skilled and can knock down long range shots. And it would open up the playing field for the rest of humanity rather than guys who just have, tall genetics. That was really confident drive. Just the defender was just pushing way too far up. Like, you're basically asking to be driven past here. Like, what does this achieve pressing up so much? Like, you've just got to basically just deter the 3-point shot, but not give up such an easy drive. And then, I don't care how small you are, try and strip the ball or try and get up and block the ball when you're in that position. Now he's complaining to the ref. Yeah, he sucks. Now he's just standing and watching. Support your guy. Put some effort in, cut in so that if he gets stuck on the drive, he can dish it off and you get a layup. But nah, he's just going to stand and watch. That was a really nice finish. Is that a native Mexican? Yeah, get that out of here. You want to use your right hand on the left hand side of the room? Get that out of here. Yeah, what do you Are you like setting it up for a volleyball swat? Yep. See, look, Bouknight is a great defender too. Okay, look, look. He's alert. Okay, he switches, has his hand out, steals the ball. Now he's hustling to support his guy, and then he finishes at the rim. I mean, I think Bouknight had time with the Hornets and the Blazers. I haven't been paying attention recently. He's as good as Kobe. So what is he doing in the G League? Okay, that guy is a knockdown shooter. Was the shot clock even down there? No, they could have worked for a better shot. I mean, look, to be honest, with that sort of shot selection, he's the kind of guy who'll take like 20 shots in a game and make like 5. And so it looks sexy to be making 5 threes in a game, but you got to find a better shot than that, bro. Nice even game here. It's good to see. Okay, so I'm going to hate on number 4 here more, okay? Alright. It's clear that this guy is on an island, okay? He's trying to set up a play. So why don't you mess with him? Why don't you get up in his face, try and steal the ball, okay? But instead he just stays in no man's land, alright? Gets picked easily, falls over like a pathetic little muppet. And now, is he complaining to the ref again? Who is this dude? Wait. Or is he a legend? Where's number 4? Wait, what? Wade Taylor. I'm bigger than him. Why don't I have his spot? Nice strong drive. Very difficult for a defense to react to such a strong drive. I like him. I like that tall guy too. For a big man to understand a nice little pocket pass like that, nice little bounce pass, that's big time. Wow, that was some pathetic defense. Just have it, man. You know, I don't care about winning. Is that a holiday? Nice shifty offense there. Let's see if this guy's got any handles with his left. I don't think so. He sucks. Holy crap. I've never played basketball in my life. Put your head down so you can't get the... Try and steal the throw-ahead pass. See, look, I'm not going to get as frustrated watching this stuff because... because these aren't supposed to be the best of the best. But there are players just as bad in the NBA. There's no question about that. I like that patience there. Yep. See, that just messes with the defense when you've got a guy who's prepared to do a dribble handoff like that. Like, there's little things you can do, and then here's Bouknight just being automatic. You know, the poor guy's probably only touched the ball, you know, a handful of times in the game, even though he is Kobe. And so he's just like, I want to get some shots up. He had the space, and he's just an absolute knockdown shooter. I mean, you know, he could average probably 8 threes a game in the NBA. I mean, that's a bit much, but... He could average 5 threes a game if he's getting 30 minutes a game. So that's 15 easy points for your team. See, this is the current rules with the 3-point line incentivize guys who can just, shoot lights out. Like, they need to fix the rules, because if it's just a 3-point contest, it's not as fun to watch. Doesn't require as much of a diverse skill set. There's Book. It's just perfect balance. He's basically winning them their game at this point. No. See, look at that. He's a shot creator too. Bouknight won them this game. That's it, game over. If you have a bunch of scrubs, okay, like a bunch of NBA, like average NBA players, and Bouknight, you'll win 40 games in a year easy. You'll make the playoffs. He is that good. Wow. Not a great turnout here, boys. The NBA owns the G League, and they don't do any promotion of it, and it's just like, I mean, what is there? Is there a precedent for major leagues and minor leagues being promoted well on both levels around the world? Leave a comment if you can think of a league where both the major leagues and minor leagues are promoted with like equal worth, where it's like it's not just 100% marketing goes into the major leagues and 0% goes into the minor leagues. Like, what kind of bullshit scale is that, where it's like, guys are averaging $20 million a year playing for the major leagues, and then how much are these guys getting paid? Like $100,000 a year maximum? Like, what the hell's going on there? And this is the same broadcast quality. So this league's probably losing money when you think about venue hire, the broadcasting quality, salaries and stuff, because the owners don't give a crap. They look at this as just like a feeder comp, just to like send, potential NBA players down to get some reps or something. You just don't hear anything out of the G League, but this is some high quality basketball. So the NBA needs to just be marketing this as just like, and particularly it's in different cities to where the major league teams are. So it's like, yeah, I just think there needs to be put more effort into getting eyeballs onto the G League, because this is unacceptable. Like, this is this is the league below the NBA, where tickets are selling for however much, right? Sellouts in some cities, I imagine. Yet no one's here. Can I increase the... Why is the... No, I'll just deal with the low quality. You guys know what's going on. I think. That was a tough shot. Whatever. Just deal with the pixels. Australian internet. Nice. I'm getting an impression that this Pistons whatever, their team defense isn't real good. Travel. Big man shooting that well is interesting. See, I think what you'll find is that no matter how much coaching you give a guy, um, it's really just about whether the player knows what they're doing, whether they've practiced enough to be a good asset to their team. Wow, he was good at creating space there. That was strong defense, good disciplined defense. So he can create buckets, that dude. Don't pick up your dribble there, dude. Yeah. That was lazy defense from this big fella. Like, I don't care how big you are, just get back, bro. You wanna highlight real pin on the backboard there? Go up and block with your left hand. See, this is what I mean. We need to get rid of lazy, incompetent, unskilled big guys in the game because it's like it's not enough to just basically have strong genetics and fall out of your mum's you know what. You know, like we want good, talented players who are a joy to watch. Hmm. Okay. So notice how on this drive, okay, so a good defender might have picked that, but anyway, and then he pushes the ball forwards so that he's now in a position to be open to the basket. Whereas if he had have just kept the ball in his left hand, he wouldn't have been able to face his hips up towards this cutter, and then it's nice dish. So I like him. He's good. Who's that? I don't know. Yep, left hand. Can't dribble with his left hand. Just give it away. Mm. Some knockdown shooters. Yeah, he's good, man. He's NBA quality. I think that's the same dude who was just knocked down a couple of threes. Quincy Olivari. Call him up. That was not a foul. The defender just went straight up. Mm. Oh, God. Did he just borderline scorpion? Oh, that's embarrassing. I mean, he made the bucket. See, another skill is availability, and if you're putting his body in these sort of positions, NBA teams will be like, if you're only playing 60 games a year because you fracture your wrist because you fall awkwardly, that you're not as valuable. Even though a lot of Scottie Pippen was talking about how guys are, the elite NBA players are playing 50 games a season out of 82. But to really make it go beyond being a bench warmer, you need to be playing a lot. Seize your spot and don't let go of it. Oh no, that was no foul. I was only reaching in the whole freaking time. Wow, that is terrible, D. You could have bloody set up a little picnic, some wine and cheese. Nice finish. What is this? What is this? You've got 10 seconds on the shot clock. Such a lazy setup. You've got to get out to these shooters. They're lights out generally. Throw it down. Oh yeah, that's a foul as well. Big Gumby boy. Is he complaining? Oh, maybe not. No, actually, yeah. What was? No, yeah. Okay, interesting. Maybe it was just too aggressive at a finish from the left-hander. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't bother to call the whistle on that, I suppose. Maybe I was just prejudiced against the big fella here. See, look, these are nice competitive games. I feel like I'm not. Look, I haven't paid attention to the NBA for ages, but they're usually blowouts because like guys are playing so many games and they're so like pampered that they just don't want to bust their ass if there's a deficit of like 20 points or something. So there's not as many comebacks maybe. That's just my theory. Why are you trying to go up for a dunk where you could fall on someone's ankle, on someone's foot and break your ankle? Alright. Alright. I'll just go till I can't anymore, eh? Would you like that? Travel. Get that out of here. Damn. Abdul Rahim. Is he the son of an NBA player? See, the fact that so many former and so many sons of NBA players play professionally show that a lot of like a certain level of basketball ability is just purely like having access to quality coaching and like investment of like elders promoting your interest in the sport. But it also might just be like, oh well, you know, I don't want to I don't want to like um, cut or not pick a former NBA player's son because you know I might have to have a difficult conversation with the dad. And so consistently, there's a bit of nepotism from weak-willed coaches because they can't, they're not meritocratic. I mean, look, it's unfortunate because there are some quality, like Bronny James, I think is NBA quality, probably end of the bench NBA quality, but he can play, um, and you know he would have faced nepotism accusations all his life, and he's actually a good player, but you know there's been some pretty crappy sons of NBA players as well. Like Dame Lillard's cousin clearly wasn't up to scratch, but he made the league. Whoop. Let's see how they play this. Okay. Yeah. That was too easy. Stepping into a three from up top is the three that everyone probably practices the most, so you're most likely to make it. Big number 12. Get him out of here. Lumbering idiot. if I played with a guy like that, within 5 minutes I'd be chewing his ass off. Is that the term? I'd be getting so annoyed. Like, put some effort in, and he might have made all the teams growing up, so he's arrogant enough to give me advice. That's happened to me too many times. I'd be like, why don't you just fucking handle your own business and play hard? Get that out of here. Charles Bassey, is it? Who's my comp for Charles Bassey? Probably David Robinson, maybe? I don't know. He's a good player. I'm noticing 54 being a very terrible defender. Yeah, the quality is still not great at this level, to be honest. Is that 54 fouling again? Alright, let's turn this video into how much 54 sucks. And if he's not on the court, make fun of number 12. I'll pass it there. Nothing worse than a teammate who's just constantly chirping about what to do rather than just doing what they can control. Here we go, 54. What if his teammate missed that layup? Here we go. Ooh, yeah, that wasn't too bad of a pass. Okay. You could handle the rock a little bit too. I would have pressured him and taken it from him. Yeah. Nice steady play there. See where attacking the middle just opens things up so much? Because the defense was way too crowded in. I'd love to defend against a guy who doesn't offer any threat at all. He gets the ball and then immediately looks to pass it. Like, just doesn't even attempt to attack off the dribble. Alright, so team in white is crushing blue. I didn't really notice that was going on. Is it just lazy? Like, look at these dudes all just looking around, right? That was a nice finish. Go Gadget Arms. It's a foul against white. Wait a minute. Which one is Bassey? I hope I wasn't praising and then hating on the same dude. Who knows? See, look how easy these buckets, like, and I noticed this number 24 just always so far away from the basket. And just bad body language. See, look, it's just standing watching and just reacting rather than like forcing the issue. Like, be an aggressive defender. Oh, bugger. Yeah, 24. Sack him. Yep, Oklahoma City, very sad. Very sad. Right. You guys want to watch more? This is a better turnout this game. I'm assuming this is the Cleveland or Miami feeder team. We still recording. Wait, what? Can create space. Good player. Is that Josh Christopher? I think coming out of college I wasn't a big fan, but can create his own shot there pretty well. Travel. Giving up a fast break from your own team's basket shows that there's a lot of lazy players on your team. Who's just not getting back. I think this guy's a nice, tall, alert defender. Getting back to rebound. None of these shots are coming easy, so I'm getting an impression that the Sioux Falls team here has pretty sound defense. Yeah, that was ridiculous pass choice. Oh! Oh! So you give away the turnover and you get absolutely dunked on. See, the problem with big guys is that they're always wanting to go for the block. Whereas, if you've got a defender who's hard charging at you, step up and then try and strip it. But instead he just gets absolutely yammed on. Oh! That's a Sean Kemp dude. Is that Alize Johnson? Yeah, it's Alize. He should have been a first round pick. That was sick. Yeah, I remember him being like a power forward sized dude who can handle the rock. Knock down a couple of threes for you in a game as well. Look, cutting off ball. It drew some defense in probably for this open three. Just a very active player, and clearly an outstanding athlete. Just super alert. And look, how did that happen? So, you know, a player like Alize just elevates everyone else, and lo and behold, the Wolves are up by like 10 points. Boxing out the entire way, making his opponent feel him. And he's clearly pissed off when a bucket is made against his own team. So, competitive dude. I don't really like it when players take plays off though, as far as a set piece, because even if you just play as though you're going to be a key part of a set piece, it's like anything you can do to freak the defense out, right? See, that was a fast break where they should have just chilled, probably. Alize looking for work, setting the pick, rolls properly. I would have liked him to dunk on bloody number 50 again. So picks it up. Just Sean camp him again. Why not? Go for round 2. Anyway, shows good awareness to pass the ball there. Ooh! Some good shot blockers in this league too. No, pass that. What are you doing? That was a great cut. Wide open. Oh, what the fuck was that? Nice team basketball there. Wow, generated 3 points out of absolutely nothing there. Number 50 should have helped more. He's going to get this stolen, isn't he? Oh my god, guys. Help. Just help. Look. Come on. Just, okay, he could have stolen the ball. He could have stolen the ball. Look at the tunnel vision on this player, right? Okay, dribbles in. Okay, now there's a fair amount of ISO. Okay, we should be sinking a little bit lower. Okay, all right, still got it. Okay, now you come in and steal the ball and trust that your teammate will help against these guys. But no, just he could come in and steal the ball because he's clearly committing. He could step in a bit more, but no, just leave your dude here all on his own for like 10 seconds. This guy's a unit. The farm boy. God, the defense is dog shit. Very nice. See, Alize can pass too. Whoop. Alright, we got any more in us? What happened here? So Iowa won today. Interesting. Swear to God, if Charlie Brown Jr. is still languishing on the Delaware Bluecoats, I will be pissed off. So look, pretty poor turnout for this game as well. I recall being in Toronto in 2018 or something, in the Toronto 905. Like they had a home stadium, I think, like 30 minutes out of town. I think it costed like $20 just to take a train, like half an hour. Seemed like bullshit to me, and it didn't really seem like there was much promotion of that team. And just lower tickets so that there's sellout, great atmosphere, and then people will just spend crap loads on food and drink if there's low ticket prices. It's inefficient to have so many empty seats just so that you can earn an extra few bucks on ticket sales. Wow. Oh my god. Oh shit. Just have the bucket, bro. Nice backdoor cut. Oh, a big man who can shoot. Is that Isaac Humphries? No. Hmm. Oh, that was beautiful. Wow, that guy has some bunnies. Holy shit. He's not very big, but threw that down. Oh god, it's just. Yep, this squadron team sucks. How are you down 20 when it's not even halftime? Oh my gosh, who is this dude? Should be an Olympic high jumper. Shoot that, shoot that. Yeah, there you go. Bloody hell. Getting absolutely blown out, boys. It's embarrassing. It's just too easy. Must be nice to dunk that easily. That was a nice touch. You could probably put more effort into these jerseys too, right? They're pretty basic. It's clear the money is just not being put into this league. And yet, they're doing a better job of showcasing the highlights on their own branded YouTube channel than the NBA. Aren't they outsourcing it to like Motion Station or like ESPN and shit now? Whereas back in the day, I used to love watching NBA highlights on their website. Basically, underperformed in high school because of that. Why is it dark in the stadium now? Oh, this is a nice. That was really nice. Fluid motion. Travel. I don't think you could ever get called for a travel anymore. Oh, here we go. Why am I getting an impression that guys are giving up? Like, yeah, it's embarrassing being blown out, but what's more embarrassing is just giving up, not trying. What about the fans who are watching or showed up to see you play? Like, do you not owe a little bit of effort to them? Oh my god, this guy's a freak athlete. What's his name? Carton? Here we go. Another one? He's good. I like him. This Delaware team is fundamentally sound. I think they should finish top four probably. Whereas Birmingham's just straight up giving up. Yeah, they've just got really good off ball movement. They're on the same page. Does it want to be Luca? White, tall white ball handler wearing number 77. Is that Patrick Baldwin? Yeah, he's great. What's he doing in this level? Look at that. I need to set the destination of this recording to the D drive because my C drive is taken up. See, look at Baldwin, dude. That was smooth as hell. Is he playing for the Clippers feeder team? Was that a Visit Rwanda ad? What the hell is the Rwandan government doing sponsoring a G League team? Unless it's like a cohort of Rwandan business people who have the money to spend on something like that. Or maybe is the NBA like, are they subsidizing that advertiser because it's a good look for DEI purposes? Because Rwandan people generally have darker skin than the evil race. You look at Baldwin's range. It's ridiculous, mate. This is his third or fourth year, isn't it? What is he doing? Is he grown to like 7 foot 2? As in 7 foot as well, not 7'2". Look at the handles. Yeah, but okay, that was. See, that was the problem with the first bucket. Is like maybe the poor guy knows that his teammates are scrubs and he's not looking to pass. I don't know. But you could say that about any shit player. Generally a bit arrogant. Yeah, Baldwin probably needs to chill a bit there, like stop pushing the pace so much. The point guard probably has a hard time. Or maybe Baldwin knows he's good enough where he needs to just be taking more shots. I don't know. It's just there's certain frustrations you can have as a talented player who doesn't get enough touches. It definitely says Visit Rwanda on the front of their jerseys. I mean, I suppose that's fair play, isn't it? I just hate to think that Rwandan taxpayer money is being given to that sort of inconsequential shit. we all know the Rwandans have been through a bloody hard time, so to think that they're working, families are trying to be productive, working, and then the government wants to spend those money on frivolous things like this, where the return would supposedly be sufficient, like, but the government isn't a business, and there's all sort of think about the cost of wages. So okay, the spend on this advertisement might be 500 grand, say, and the government might say, well, we get that back, plus more from that investment. But you think about the wages of people who are working on that endorsement, and and like, couldn't the Rwandans just create like a sanctuary of freedom in Africa and have travelers want to flock there of their own merit rather than advertising that it's worth visiting to? It's pretty stupid. Look, in the scheme of things, I've noticed some incompetent players, but for the most part, I'm impressed with the quality. There's just really good players who are really grinding, right? They're not complacent because they're not they're not living the high life at the moment. Another close game. It's just fun to watch. Nice. Hmm. Nice set play to confuse the defense. Just setting picks just does wonders for your team's ability to get buckets. It was a great rule implementation, really. I mean, talk about unguardable. What are they going to draw up here? Okay. Yeah, it's over. Pretty decent attempt. Alright, that's me. If you enjoy this video, subscribe, like, have a look at my catalogue. Yeah. I'm going to enjoy this process more because there's actually decent players who aren't on like obscene amounts of money. So, toodaloo.